Reaching a big milestone in another big year. Time just keeps on marching on, that is crystal clear. 23 full years of questing, no banks or deaths, I've got my tricks. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2006. Welcome back to April 10th, 2006. Whole bunch of stuff to do today, starting with 70 prayer. Milestone, achievement, and very, very important level. That is a quest requirement, and also piety, rigor, augury, sanctity, Acrosa's equipment, Acrosa's war mace, and the ability to bless someone else's gravestone. None of these exist yet. Piety will be sooner than any of the other things here, and it's a good level to get to. Eventually, we'll be having quite a few of these, and depending on how much more prayer XP we get, could be a very good and important level to be having. I do have more plans for more prayer in the future, and I'm going to need to train more prayer in the future. Requirements and all that. But for now, 70 should do just fine. Collect the last Hector tokens here. Woo 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 woo. And go speak. Mostly works. Drop all of them on the ground, over 9,000 of them. Can't get rid of these. They're stuck in the pouch here. Just won't be using them. That's fine. Got another 62,000 coins from the Green Dragon Slaying. Just barely shy of 6 million again. That's mostly down to the fact that we keep needing to buy more law runes. They're not exactly cheap. But teleporting around is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Anyways, let's get into updates. Some very interesting stuff happening on April 18th, 2006. A new boat has appeared here in Port Sarum. Talk to the Squire. See what's happening. Hi, how can I help you? Who are you? I'm a squire for the Void Knights. The who? The Void Knights. They are great warriors of balance who do Guthix's work here in Gillinor. Wow. Can I join the Void Knights? Entry is strictly invite only. However, we do need help continuing Guthix's work. Well, what kind of work is that? Well, you see, we try to keep Gillinor as Guthix intended. It's very challenging. Actually, we've been having some problems recently. Maybe you could help us. What's the problem? Well, the order has become quite diminished over the years. It's a very long process to learn the skills of a Void Knight. Recently, there have been breaches into our realm from somewhere else, and strange creatures have been pouring through. We can't let that happen, and we'd be very grateful if you'd help us. How can I help? We send launchers from our outpost to the nearby islands. If you go and wait in the lander there, that'd really help. Alright. Knights of Guthix. The Void Knights. Where does this ship go? To the Void Knight Outpost. It's a small island just off Kramja. I'd like to go to your outpost. Certainly, right this way. Take the ship to the Void Knight Outpost. This area has been graphically reworked and added a whole bunch of things. But for the most part, this is an island. Wow. Void Knight's Outpost. We got a few interesting things here. Various stores and stuff. We'll go check those out here. Always nice to see new stores. We got the Void Knight General Store here. It's got a bit of different stuff than normal. Like a bronze axe and field rations, which are low healing food. We can just buy a bunch of these for use in the minigame here, if you don't want to bring your own food. A little expensive, not very good, and you can use them on other players to heal them during the game. At least until 2008, when that doesn't work anymore. Overall, not a particularly useful item, but different and new. It's even going to be one point here where something weird happens with them. That's okay. Next shop, we've got an anvil for all your hammering needs. Bank, somewhat nearby. Not the best anvil for doing any smithing or anything, so not super useful. We got a magic shop where they sell elemental runes and then some of the lower level ones. Unfortunately, no like nature, law, or cosmic runes in here. The more difficult to collect ones. We do have 7 nature runes in the inventory, which we really don't need at this point. Should probably just alch something with those. Don't have anything that would be like profitable to alch. Technically, we just sell the runes. That's also an option. Or we can get some magic XP. Just alch a few air runes. Save me an inventory space here. Air runes. They alch for 3 coins. Amazing. Yeah, don't really need nature runes right now. Would rather have the space. And put the loop half there. That should be good. Heading over to the last store here. It is an archery store. Very different things than most other archery stores, though. They sell javelins and arrowheads. Not the best. Not the best. Especially with the fact that rune arrows and javelins are not even good at this stage. And there's only 10 of them. Range ammunition. It is a whole concern. Well, that's okay. Moving on. We've got the actual minigame itself. Like the Squire said, just hop on the lander and you're off to go help. Board this boat here. There's only one boat. The game is safe death. You have 5 to 25 players in the game at the same time, all working together, fighting off the attackers. And there's no requirements whatsoever. So you might get stuck with a whole bunch of people that really can't help you very much, as each person on the boat makes more monsters spawn, and if they're not strong enough, it could be a problem. All you need to do is get to the island, and there you fight a whole bunch of new stuff. 7 new stuff, in particular. You got brawlers, which are very strong melee guys that you can't even walk through. So if they get stuck in front of you, you can't just run straight through. You gotta go around, or fight them to get them out of the way. Defilers, which are ranged guys. We're getting the whole combat triangle going on in here. Lots of stuff. Ravagers, which break down barricades and doors, letting all the other monsters roam free, which is obviously highly problematic. Shifters, which can teleport, which is not good. They don't even need the doors to be broken down. Spinners, which heal the portals. Definitely want to get rid of those quickly. Splatters, which explode if you kill them. Could be dangerous. And tortures, which are mages. With how much melee is the main combat style, having a bunch of mages running around is not great either. So while all these monsters are pouring out of the portals, you need to run in there and destroy all 4 of the portals before the Void Knight at the center of the island gets overwhelmed and killed by all the monsters coming in, or you can try to survive for 20 minutes, which nobody really ever does, ever, in history. Run in, destroy the portals, and win. Get a reward point. And you take that reward point and trade it in with the Void Knights for rewards. Specifically, experience. In attack, strength, defense, hit points, ranged magic, and prayer. Which, hilariously, is not available in Ironman mode. Not that it really would matter, anyways, since there's been many changes to pest control, and it's no longer the absurdly good XP that it was at the start. It was so good, in fact, that many players came to call people that train at pest control products, or PC prods, because of how easy it was, and how fast it was, and how it really kind of felt like cheating the system. But again, more updates in the future to somewhat help with that, if lowering XP rates is helping. But it was pretty unbalanced, for many reasons. Like the whole run onto one boat, destroy everything, and win. Systems will be changing. But yeah, with only the experience rewards existing, there is no reason for us to be here because we can't get the experience. It's available on Old School. Just another one of those really weird minigame restrictions on RuneScape 3. Not that it matters, because it wouldn't be good anyways. And also no one plays pest control, so that's another complication. Technically could get it moving with the 5-player requirement. I got 5 of those. Not going to again though. But anyways, moving on to April 20th, 2006. Rune Essence. There were way too many bots mining Rune Essence, since it was very, very easy, only requiring 1 mining and access to the portals by doing rune mysteries. And it was free to play. So as much as thousands and thousands of accounts being banned for botting the Rune Essence and selling it off, more and more accounts could just be created. It's to try to solve this in some fashion. Essence has been split. Now, the Rune Essence can only be used to make air, mind, water, earth, fire, and body runes, aka the ones available in free-to-play. And now, there is a new, pure essence, which can be used for any and all runes, and so is the only essence that can be used for making the higher level runes that people actually might want to create, like nature runes, law runes, and the like. Only possible to get pure essence from mining the rock with a mining level of 30 on members' worlds. So no more free-to-play bot farms. They have to at least get membership first. And that counts for something. Also, to try to help with how the essence no longer works as it used to, any rune essence in your bank will be converted into pure essence, assuming that you are a member or at least have members' items in your bank. And you also need to have 30 mining or 30 rune crafting. There is a slight edge case here, which is dealt with on April 24th, 2006. Being able to have your essence converted to the new and better ones if you have members' items but aren't a member seems like a reasonable idea. Except for the people that were free-to-play, used to be members, and are still playing free-to-play right now, had all their essence changed into pure essence that they could no longer use. So now pure essence is a free-to-play item usable on free-to-play worlds. You just can't mine it. There's another interesting situation. The connection between members and free-to-play. Maple logs are also one of those weird items that are available but impossible to get. And also like colored boots and gloves. At least the gloves, I think, from Canifus. Some treasure trail items. There's a few things in free-to-play. Just gives you more reasons to become a member, so you can actually get all these cool things. But anyways. Also we get the postbag from the hedge here. Get some stories and letters with information about stuff like the Eastern Lands, the Black Hole, and mines. Oh boy, mimes. Needless to say, a letter from a mime is complicated. Almost as complicated as surviving in the wilderness. Especially with a bunch more people coming out here to check things out with the graphical update and new areas. Specifically, things are a little bit more darker and some new lava. Really adds to the atmosphere. For new locations, we got some new stuff way up here in the northeastern corner. New ruins out on a little bit of, wouldn't even call it really a peninsula or anything. Just a tiny choke point connecting to new ruins on the water. The ruins are now over there, down south. I don't want to go that direction because there's greater demon berserkers here. Those weren't originally here. They're just greater demons up by the other ruins. It's a dangerous place out here with the much, much later wilderness changes. And along with those ruins, we also now have a big old volcano. Not quite this big, but just up in the corner, being all lava-y and fun times. It exists. What we do have, and we can make use of here, hopefully, are the new wilderness teleportation obelisks. Activate the obelisk, and it starts charging up, and then it teleports everyone standing on the platform to a different location in the wilderness, where we are getting attacked by things immediately. See, some of these are more dangerous than others. This was a slightly worried about. Now we're over here. Just all over the place, basically. See if we can get to lower level wilderness here to be safe and be able to teleport out of here. Just get away from enemies. 27, still absolutely not. These guys are too high level, we can't even hit them. They are Slayer monsters. Very rude. These exist. Can we go to a other location here, please? These are all in the wilderness, all over the place. From low level wilderness to very high level wilderness. We're here by the other stuff. Eventually, you can actually decide where you want to go, which is also nice, obviously. Not a safe place, the wilderness. That's for sure. Good for getting around, trying to escape, or bringing your entire clan teleporting in all at once to surprise people. There was some plans for a wilderness tag event activity. We'd go between the different pillars and stuff, but that was scrapped because they couldn't make it good enough and interesting. And just the fact that there's PvP, which is also obviously dangerous. But we're not going to worry about that. There's still definitely a few things we do out in the wilderness if we want to. for the most part, we're going to be giving it a wide berth here. And continue on to a few more locations. The tree gnomes have some new things. Talk to trainer Nekopen here. Who are you? Nekopen, tortoise trainer extraordinaire. What's extraordinary about you? Do you know any other tortoise trainers? Well, no. Well, there you go then. Why tortoises? Isn't it obvious? Surely even to your untrained eye that giant tortoises are the perfect mobile armored field unit. They're sturdy animals and well protected by their shell. They can even swim. All we need to do is put a bit of fire in their bellies. I suppose so. What are you training the tortoises to do? Tortoises are naturally pacifistic animals that eat nothing but cabbages. I am required to beat those peaceful tendencies out of the softies, turn them into hardened, battle-trained killers. Firstly, acclimatize them to excessive oral stimulation and simple physical confrontation. You've shouted them and beat them with sticks. Of course. Then I re-educate them to become comfortable with riders and military combat situations. You sit on their backs and prod them with sharp, pointy things. If you like. Doesn't seem very fair to the tortoises. This is war. Fairness is a luxury of the weak. Profound but disturbing. And where did you find these tortoises anyways? We bred them. The originals were found by gnome explorers back in King Helthrong the Great's rule. On their discovery, King Helthrong authorized a small party to go there and transport a breeding pair back here. He kept one for himself to ride into battle. Trouble is, they take a lot of skill and time to breed, so we're only just getting them battle ready. Wild. Battle tortoises. And mounted battle tortoises. They've got a ranger, a mage, and the melee driver. Defeat the tortoise, and the 3 guys pop off and also attack you. And you can just fight the tortoises too. There's a pretty good reason to fight tortoises later, but not really just now. They've also gotten a few of the tortoises down to the Khazard battlefield, but they're just all sitting in the back, not off fighting the Khazards. Well, that would have been wild. Anyways, yeah, tortoises. They exist now. Wild stuff. Back to updates to things that already exist. Back over at Pest Control, there's been some changes to try to help with the whole people not helping and not being able to help. In order to receive your reward point, you need to do 50 damage to the monsters or portals. Also, you can repair things. That counts as 5 damage. So, technically, you can get away with not having to fight things. But you still need to have 40 combat. So, can't really be like a skiller or anything. Not level 3 at least. So, now, you're going to have slightly higher level people in the game that have an incentive to actually try. Which does help a little bit, at least. And also, on the very populated worlds, where everybody's trying to play Pest Control, there's now priority boarding to help with getting into the games. Since only so many people can get in at once, it keeps on trying to start up new games. And now, you will get priority over people that weren't in the boat already, to make your waiting a little bit more fair. Pest Control still has the same rewards, just need to actually try a little bit now. Well, that's okay. Moving on to May 2nd, 2006. Behind the scenes. Always a fun time at the start of the months. At least when it exists. We got Game Engine Upgrade, Wise Old Man Quest, Miscellanea Quest, random events, and down at the bottom of the news post, just one line here. Also during the month, some other smaller features, such as clockwork toys for your pet cats, teleportation tablets, making your own cups of tea, and even chairs you can sit down in. So, I for one am eagerly awaiting sitting in chairs. It should be a small feature, which will be a great time. In the changing things slightly department, out in the wilderness, they flattened an area near the demonic ruins to not be so hilly, because with the really zoomed in and small screens, having a hill actually makes it very difficult to see what is going on. The range skills, range and magic, can now shoot over the lava again, because apparently they made it blocking, which is not intentional. So fight some stuff over there. Have a good time. And the volcano is now multi-combat, because obviously the volcano should be the most dangerous place it possibly could be. Always a fun time. Back in the quest in Age of the Monarchy, the Crumbling Tome has been renamed the Battered Tome, because the Crumbling Tome was already a book outside Barrows. Confusion with books. Can't be having that. And that brings us to the next quest. Quests. Next. Swan Song. Requirements. Quite a few. 66 magic, 62 cooking, 62 fishing, 45 smithing, 42 firemaking, 40 crafting. And quest requirements, 100 quest points, 1 small favor, and Garden of Tranquility, which were removed as requirements later. Follows the events of Garden of Tranquility, but doesn't technically, lore-wise, require doing the entire quest. Just makes more sense afterwards. 1 small favor, no longer required because a feature no longer exists from that. It's not a requirement anymore. And 100 quest points, just not on the list anymore. By the time you have these stats, you probably should have 100 quest points anyways. Depends on what you're doing. Anyways, required items. 10 mist runes, 10 lava runes, 5 blood runes, an empty pot, a pot lid, and a few other things. Going to need 7 bones, 5 iron bars, a set of logs, tinderbox, hammer, small fishing net, and a brown apron. Of these items, 2 of them definitely stand out in terms of difficulty. Mist and lava runes. You can get these from the Mage Training Arena, if you want to do Mage Training Arena, or you can craft them yourself with max of 23 rune crafting. But that is combination rune crafting, which is wildly complicated compared to regular rune crafting, at least. We need piles of runes, piles of pure essence, and talismans. Technically, we could probably get away with going through the abyss, so we don't need all the talismans for all the places. We need to make these runes, so we need specific runes to bring the runes to make the runes. Going to get what we need. With the power of the fire wizard, one of the elemental wizards with Malignus Modifier, near Port Serum, fire talisman, go through the abyss, earth altar, use the fire talisman and fire runes, and pure essence, make lava runes. We only made 8 of them. That's not enough. This could be a many-trip process here. Unfortunate. There is really just a chance of getting the combination runes here. Another fire talisman. There we go. Now we have lava runes. And we just need the other ones. Water runes and water talisman to the air altar. Oh, we got 3 mist runes. That's not very many. Used one of the mist runes to teleport. So now we have 2. Air. Water. 13. That's enough. Amazing. With that, we can go get the rest of the stuff. Or at least some of the stuff. The lab is a few different places. Got an airtight pot. Bought a pot in Varrock. Made the pot lid from clay in Varrock and Barbarian Village. Got the brown apron from Varrock, hammer from Varrock, tinderbox from Varrock. Mined the iron in Varrock. Smelted it in Lumbridge. Got the blood runes from the Wizards Guild. Chopped a log. Dropped the axe used for that. Got sharks from the Fishing Guild. And a small fishing net from Catherby, because there's no small fishing net in the Fishing Guild. And now we are on our way. Outside the Tree Gnome Stronghold here, being fenced in by a fence right up next to the side of it here. Going up as far as this goes, we've got beyond the fence, just impassable mountain. But we've got a little bit further, all the way to the corner here, we've got Kathy Corcat. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. It's terrible. What's terrible? What seems to be the matter? Kathy. Oh, never mind, dearie. What can I do for you? Can you take me downstream in your boat? This is the only way to get where we're going. I just want to ride on a boat. Oh, it's dangerous up there at the moment. I'm not afraid. Let's go. Just getting ourselves into any random shenanigans here. It's dangerous up there for me too, dearie. Would it help if I gave you some money? Oh, that's better. I'll take you up north for 50 shiny coins. Alright, I'll pay. Paying to go into danger rows you down the river to the sea. And here we are. Kathy's still here for the boat back. And we are in a whole new place. Wild. There is very little going on over here. Got some weird stuff. Nothing really happening. Well, that's okay. We also got a mine here. Got some iron. It's gonna be relevant later. Yeah, nothing really happening in this area. Besides Herman and a hole to go under a fence. Hello. Lovely day, isn't it? Lovely? Oh, if you say so. Please excuse me, I really don't have time to chat about the weather. Well, what's the rush? Trolls. They're attacking my fishing colony. Gosh, I didn't know there were any trolls around here. These are a sort of sea-dwelling troll. They feed on the monkfish that live in this part of the sea, but just recently, they've started invading my colony. Need any help? Well, yes, I do. I've done some research about this, and I think our best hope is to get a hold of an experienced adventurer. In all the legends I've read, brave adventurers have no trouble vanquishing whatever monsters are menacing the helpless settlement. You've been reading stories about adventurers. Yes, I've done my research very carefully. I've always made important decisions based on careful analysis of whatever documents are available to me on the topic. For example, I chose this site for my fishing colony because the records show this part of the sea to be a prime site for catching monkfish. I don't just fumble around along like an amateur. Fair enough, I suppose. Anyway, you think you need an adventurer? Yes, that's right. A brave adventurer with plenty of experience in this sort of work. Except, I'm a brave adventurer, Can I try? Okay, the Piscatorius fishing colony gratefully accepts your offer of help. When the colony is safe, you shall be handsomely rewarded. Oh goody, I love rewards. Now, how can I help? Well, as qualified as you undoubtedly are, I believe we're going to need a truly expert adventurer if the colony is to stand a chance. Expert adventurer? I'll have you know, I'm in the Guild of Legends. If you would just stop blowing your own trumpet for a minute. Excellent. Now, in faraway Misselin, there lives one of the greatest adventurers of all time. This better be good. His name is lost in the mists of time, but you shouldn't have much trouble finding the wise old man of Draenor Village. Him? What in the heck do you want with him? Oh, do you know him? Yes, he's mad. You know he smashed his way into a bank and stole a load of stuff? Ah, well, we must forgive him his little foibles. And you want me to fetch this wise old man? You don't sound convinced. Look, I'll tell you what I've read about him. Herman talks about the wise old man's adventures. I do like some adventures. Let's fight ogre shamans. We did that. Melton went down. He went to Sophanem, interacted with the drunken dwarf. He's not your mate, drunken dwarf. He just leaves the beer and kebab. Random events. What are you gonna do? He fought the Shaka Khan with magic and his staff. No Krambwan poisons. Fought the Calphite Queen. That is quite the feat. Second phase, though. You ready? Oh, dearie me. He's absolutely ready. He's got magic. He's perfectly capable. And out in the troll lands, fighting, making bash back into the camera. This is Tales of Adventures? Or is he showing me them? Anyways. Right. So you want me to fetch this old man who used to be a great adventurer? Yes, that's right. And do watch out for the sea trolls. Alright. The wise old man of Draenor Village. We can do that. We can do that. Once again, it'd be great to have some more teleports. To Draenor. And Edgeville, Alcarid, and Karamja. Amulet of Glory. We're trying. Well, that is what this loop half of a key is trying to do. Dragonstone, Amulet of Glory. And also, the cat's here for that. We will see if we get the tooth half. I got some plans to try, but it's quite rare. So we will see how things go on that front. For right now, we got the quest to do. So we will do that first here. We're gonna go see the wise old man. Right down here. Walking the correct ways because of all the buildings and how they're at. The door is already open. Someone else has been having a chat here. Wise old man. I'm back again. Asked him about the evil chicken. Now we're going to ask him about saving a colony. Greetings, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Would you like to go on a quest? No, we're the quest giver. I like that. I used to go on lots of adventures, but that was all quite a long time ago. I haven't been on what you'd call a quest for a while. Well, someone's asking for your help now. What exactly had you in mind? Herman Carnos of the Piscatorius fishing colony thinks he needs you to save his colony from a tribe of attacking sea trolls. So I haven't been forgotten. And the world once again is calling for my aid. Well, it's just one man who smells a fish, not exactly the whole world. Yet, this could be the opportunity I've been waiting for. But I'm a lot older than I used to be. Do I still have the strength? Should I retire now, or can I do just one more quest? If you're not feeling up to it, I'll leave you alone. Yes, I'll do it. This can be my final adventure, my last great quest. Saving this colony shall be my swan song. Oh, they said it. Swan song? Legends tell us that a swan, before it dies, sings a song of outstanding beauty as a fitting conclusion to its graceful life. This adventure will be my swan song. You're going to sing a song and then snuff it. Maybe I should tell Herman you flipped. No, you ignoramus. I shall bring my adventuring days to a dramatic close by saving this colony. Great, so long as you're not going to sing. Ah, yes, that's right. I'm not going to sing. Anyway, I shall need some supplies from you. Oh, yes? What do you want? I'm rather short of runes. If you can fetch me 5 blood runes, 10 lava runes, and 10 mist runes, I'll be set and ready to set off. I just happen to have those with me. One of the amusing parts of quests where you have the things. Gosh, you're very efficient. I try. Sometimes I amaze even myself. Okay, hand them over. Here you go. Runes delivered. Excellent. I'll see you outside the colony. Don't forget to arm yourself. It could be dangerous. And he is off. You're supposed to be on, like, house arrest or something? With, like, the guards here. Do you know he's left? Yes. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. We don't need the rest of these lava and mist runes. We can drop those, that's good. Put these things back here. Also give us more inventory space, which is also a plus. We've got a few pieces of food here. Hopefully that's plenty. Not the main fighting just yet. Well, let's get back to the colony. Probably just go Varrock, Spirit Tree. Technically goes to True Gnome Village, then use the Spirit Tree there to go to Gnome Stronghold, and walk all the way back out around it. I don't think the agility shortcut is there yet. This is just a new place. That's alright. Back to Kathy. Pay for the boat, perhaps, and get back to the colony. Looks like the wise old man is right outside here. Hey there. Hello again, hardcore ultimate Ironman, Artic. I must thank you for persuading me to come. I feel quite invigorated in the sea breeze. Oh, good. Well, Herman must be inside the colony now, so we should probably go in. Are you sure you're ready? I can hear creatures moving around in the trees, and we might have to do some fighting soon. I'm ready. The question is if he's ready. We literally gave him 25 runes. That's not very many. I'm ready as I'm gonna be. Got some sharks. I'm ready to fight. Excellent. I think this little tunnel will lead us there. Into the tunnel. Not a very secret tunnel. It's just out in the open here. Alright. Wait, I think something's coming. It's sea trolls. They didn't say it was gonna be about sea trolls. Whack. Whack. He's casting some magic, doing pitiful damage. Of course, we have to deal with everything here. Whack. Whack. And one more whack. Got them all. There you go. Well, it all seems to have gone smoothly enough so far. Yes, we're both still alive. Well, that is my main goal. Continue to be alive. And not use a bank. Or trade. Anyways. We heroically enter the Piscatoris fishing colony. Please go and tell Herman I'm here. Someone's sure to know where to find him. Yeah. Here's someone. Just wanders off, I guess. Ah, hardcore Ironman Artic. Herman told me to expect you. You'll find him in his office by the eastern wall of the colony. Thanks, I'll go there now. Very efficient. Very cool. Office, eastern side, Herman. Fantastic. Finally, you've arrived. Did you bring the wise old man? He teleports in. How fancy. Indeed, I am here. Excellent. You have no idea how grateful I am. Talking of gratitude, I believe you mentioned some kind of reward. Reward? Well, we've gotten to discuss the colony's defenses now. Perhaps you could go and make yourself useful around the colony. I'm sure my brother Franklin could do with a bit of help. Arnold, the store master, said he needs an extra pair of hands too. He's in one of the big storage sheds. Okay, I help out, then I get a reward. Yes, now please excuse us. We are being sent to go do the menial jobs, while the real important people deal with it. One of the papers on Herman's desk. You find a book. You borrow it. I mean, if you give me the option to return it, I will, but I won't. Dionysius, a legend in his own lifetime. The world of Gielinor has always had its share of heroes throughout its history. Tales of the daring exploits of legendary figures, such as Arav, Kimura, Robert, and Wally, have held children spellbound for generations. Got some of those. Arav of the Shield of Arav, Robert the Strong, Wally from Demon Slayer, Kimura. I don't think we get too much information about Kimura. Keep an eye on that. Truly, legends in their own rights. But even in these modern times, the world still needs heroes. One such figure, standing protectively between civilization and the forces of chaos, is that of Dionysius. The young Dionysius was educated in Varrock, where records tell us that he regularly attended the local Ceremonious chapel. Local tradition has it that Dionysius led a band of young men to graffiti the Zamorakian temple in the south of the city, although doubtless such things have happened often in the busy city that is Varrock. It was expected that Dionysius would become a priest, but he seems to have had other plans. At the age of 15, the age at which children of the era completed their education, Dionysius is reported to have turned down a prestigious invitation to study on the holy island of Entrana. Instead, he declared a wish to travel the world before settling to a permanent career. The path trodden by the young Dionysius is a winding one. The older dwarves living near Keldegrim remember a youth of that name traveling through their mines at that time. They claim that he gave them great assistance in defending the mines from a rogue tribe of trolls, eventually driving the trolls out of those mines completely. It's believed that the young Dionysius traveled amongst the mountain tribes after he left the dwarves. One tribe, now disbanded, used to tell of a strange mystical warrior named Decius, surely a corruption of Dionysius, who helped defend their camp from the monsters that roamed the northern lands. Decius was said to be an invincible warrior who wielded a powerful staff. Dionysius subsequently traveled across the sea to the tropical island of Karamja, where some of the oldest natives tell of how he brought with him strange herbs that increased their powers in combat. He also remembered for venturing into the deep caves underneath that island, where very few dare to tread. One Karamjan family claims that a pale-skinned shaman visited their village a few generations ago, told them to build a hut over the entrance to the caves, and demand money from them, from anyone wishing to enter. This shaman may have been Dionysius. And that is the Brimhaven dungeon. Lore behind why you have to pay to go inside there. Hilarious stuff. Even in the depths of the Caridian desert, some still remember a stranger who lived with the tent-dwelling Bedouin tribe for a while, studying the great mysterious pyramid of the desert. No one could make him speak of what he discovered about the pyramid or the desert bandits who lived near it. By now an adult, Dionysius returned to civilized lands, finally traveled to Entrana. Always a tough youth, he had now learnt great magical powers, and many of Entrana recall that they were in awe of his abilities, venturing fearlessly into the cave under that. The rest of the pages seem to be missing. He's definitely gone around, done lots of things. But to be fair, we've been to pretty much all these places, done all these things, helped everyone. We are, in fact, members of the Legends Guild, and much more beyond that, even. Anyways, we're always here to help. Talking with Franklin Kernos, Herman's brother. Herman said you wanted a hand with something? Well, yes, I do. Are you any good at smithing? Oh yes, I'm quite an expert. Level 67. Way more than needed for the quest. Always good to overshoot. Okay, we'll see. Now the trolls managed to smash part of our western wall earlier today. We need 5 sheets of iron to patch it. Won't iron go all rusty with all the salt water around here? Well, yes, but it'll do for a few weeks. And we haven't the time or materials to do a proper job just now. Alright. So where do I get sheets of iron? I've got a press in my shed. You can use it to heat up some iron bars and roll them into sheets. You'll need to fill the firebox first. Stick some logs in it and light them. When you got 5 iron sheets, hammer them onto the damaged wall. Anyway, off you go. Fair enough. I think I have more information about it. Begin on. Still working on it. Good, good. Okay. In the shed here, he's got the metal press. Press section for metal pressing machine. And the firebox, which needs the logs in it. There you go. And light it. This whole thing is powered by a single regular fire. You can now press iron. Metal press. Iron bar. And just smashes it flat. Lovely stuff. Get a tiny bit of smith XP here. Not gonna complain. Would be more if we used the iron bar to actually make something, so And then we just put these on the western wall. The sea trolls breaking the wall here. Makes a lot more sense when it is also ocean on this side. That's okay. Use it on the wall, hammer it in, and it's fixed. We got 5 sections, which we use our 3 plates. We're not like attaching it with anything. We're just hammering it that hard that it bends into the previous bits of metal. Anyways, sheets, hammered, problem solved. Highlighting, possibly a bug. The setting says off. I don't know. How are you getting on? I fixed all 5 bits of wall. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Now you can turn your full attention to helping Arnold. Oh, if you got any of those iron sheets left, I'll be happy to buy them off you once the colony is safe. This is turning into a lot of work. Another option, if you didn't bring the iron bars with you, would be to use the mine outside. Mine some iron, smelt it here in the furnace. Also, the mine used to have clay, tin, and copper, but obviously not super useful. The iron is the main thing for the quest here. And also, it was a reasonable spot to mine iron due to the rock configuration before the mining and smithing rework. That's alright. Next spot. Arnold. Talk to. You come to speak to me, Hardcore Ironman Artic? Yes. Herman said you need me to do something. Ah, that is good. I am the store master. I, the store master, am for this Piscatoris fishing colony, and our stores are, not so good. Indeed, our stores contain not a bit of food. This a catastrophe may become, as difficult it may be to fish, while the trolls outside are waiting, and our bellies soon shall rumble loudly. Right. But now you come here to help Arnold. A good and sturdy warrior you must be indeed to have entered our colony in these times. So you can the fishing do for us. You want me to catch fish? Ja, this is so. But the fish must then be stored, or stinking rotten they become. So the fish you bring must be shiny fresh. Where do I get fresh fish? The monkfish in these waters swim. This is why Herr Carnos build his colony here. You go catch 5 fresh monkfish from the sea over in northwest corner. You bring stinking old monkfish, Arnold know about it, and Arnold not take them. Okay, 5 fresh monkfish coming up. Big thanks, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. When colony safe, Herman reward you good. Alright. I'm here for it. There's a boat here. That's something. Fishing spot. We're going fishing. That was a good time. We got our small fishing net for the fishing spot. See if we can get our 86 fishing, 89 cooking. Doing good here. Again, quite over-leveled. There's definitely going to be quest requirements where we just barely scrape by the minimum requirement, especially in more difficult skills. But for now, we are prepared as we're going to be here. There's one fresh monkfish. We get attacked by a sea troll. Out of here. Not allowed. Rude. The bones popped up over there. Well. Yeah, there's definitely still sea trolls here. It is definitely a problem. And there's only a few people still in the colony. Sent the rest away. Because of the sea trolls. People like Kathy and all the other ones hanging out with the boat down the river. Safer there than here, that's for sure. They're literally breaking in, coming around. It's a whole problem. More monkfish to catch. Got 3. And got big bones. That's fun. Easy enough. Easy enough. Just nice relaxing fishing. Always a good time. We've done plenty of fishing. That's for sure. Still could do more though. Level up. So making fishing easier in the future. Also getting new other kinds of fish too. Later. Big troll. This time with a barrel for armor. How fancy. What a guy. Get out of here. One more monkfish to fish. Should be great. Monkfish. A pretty solid fish. We get more information about this here. Surely there'd be a reason that they would set up their whole fishing colony for a specific kind of fish in a specific location. It just makes sense. It's gotta be good stuff. Use the monkfish on the range here. Get them all cooked so they can have food. Apparently they have no food. Like they said, the danger is the sea trolls. Can't exactly go fishing with sea trolls nearby. It's not ideal for anyone involved. Arnold, hey there. Arnold, I got some monkfish for you. This is superb. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Now I store these carefully, and you go tell Herr Carnos. Oh good, maybe he'll reward me now. Whee! Let's go get a reward. We're doing the things. Being very helpful. We do our best. In here. Herman. I finished helping Franklin and Arnold now. Oh, that's good. Does this mean you're going to give me a reward? You're going to reward me now? There's something else I need you to do first. There always is. There always is. Well, the wise old man and I have discussed the situation. He's come up with a plan. Yes, that's right. The sheer number of trolls means that the best hope for the colony is to gather our forces and wipe out all the trolls at once. Well, that sounds like a nice plan. One big fight, no more trolls. There's a slight problem, though. Yes, the bit about gathering our forces. Let me guess, you haven't got any forces to gather. I sent most of the colonists away for their own safety when the trolls started attacking the colony. So what you need to do, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, is to fetch us an army. In the Wizards Guild in Yanil, Wizard Frumscone always seems to have a limitless supply of zombies and similar creatures. If you could persuade him to lend us an army, we should be able to defeat these trolls. Okay. So I just need to go to see Wizard Frumscone in Yanil. Yes, please hurry. I can hurry. I'm prepared to go to Yanil. Yanil. Anytime, anyplace. Also, I have Earth runes. A lot of times, previously, recently have not had earth runes. Because inventory space and all that. Anyways, to the Wizards Guild. We were here earlier to buy those blood runes. Now we're back. Use the agility shortcut here. It's a little bit shorter. It's fine. Still need to go to this side though, since there's no entrance here. Well, that's okay. Just need to head in here and get a zombie army. Easy. Simple. And effective. Downstairs. Also, we're going to check out the, agility dungeon here. Always a good time. Zombies. Yeah, there. Do you like my magic zombies? Feel free to kill them. There's plenty more where these came from. Hello, I need your help with something. Oh, very well, young man. What can I do for you? The Piscatoris fishing colony, somewhere north of the Gnome stronghold, is under attack by sea trolls. They've sent me to ask you for an army. An army? I haven't got an army. They said you might lend us some of your zombies. What? This is a combat training facility, not a library. My magic zombies are not for loan. So you can't help the colony? I'm jolly well not lending them an army. If I did that for you, I'd have to do that for everyone. And I'd never get a moment's peace again. So what should I tell the colony? That they've got to give up all their work because you won't help? Actually, that does seem rather harsh. I have an idea. Yes. Now you mustn't breathe a word to this to Zavistic or Distemper upstairs. I know a man who could help you get an army. Great. Is he a guild wizard too? No. His work is completely different. He's a necromancer. Necromancy? I don't want anything to do with that. Never do any necromancy. Crazy. He's not going to have you do any of the actual spell casting for it. You'll probably just have to collect some weird item for him and take it to the colony. I don't know if I still want to do this. If you don't want to continue the quest, just walk away and think no more of it. I'm sure you won't have to do anything evil or unnatural yourself. So what's it to be? Fine. Let's see what the necromancer needs me to do. Excellent. His name's Malignus Mortifer. You'll find him somewhere south of Falador. Can't I ask a different necromancer? There's one not so far away. Right by Arduin. Necromancers aren't helpful people. I don't know of many. Most guild wizards won't have anything to do with their practices. I think Malignus will help only because he loves showing off his powers. That is something he would do. To Falador. And as much as he said, we probably won't have to go do anything evil. We're going to do some slightly evil things here. To collect the bones that we're going to need. 100%. Genuine, authentic. Falador guard bones. Only the best. Only the best. There are 4 guards down here. There's might be 3. Yeah. What else we murder? There's one guy with bones on the way. We'll murder him. It's a whole system. Whack. Whack. Bones. Whack. Bones. Our cat's just fine with it. That works. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just chilling. Having a great time. Malignus, whatever your name is. Malignus. We've been killing the wizards here for all the talismans we used. So, hardcore ultimate Ironman Artic, your curiosity leads you to speak to me? Yeah. I need help with saving a fishing colony. What a weird thing to ask a necromancer. Ah ha ha, you want my help? Ah ha ha. The Piscatoris fishing colony needs an army to defend them against attacking trolls. And of all the people in the world, you came to ask me. Pretty please. Oh, I'll help you. I'll give you good help. Thanks, I think. An army, eh? I can raise you a lovely army of undead skeletal magi. That'd be just right, wouldn't it? I'm not gonna have to do anything evil, am I? No, I'll keep the fun bits for myself. You'll just have to get a few things for me. Alright. What do you need? Firstly, I need 7 bones. The normal sort you get from people and small monsters. I have some here. And I thought only necromancers and jokers carried bones around with them. Very well, hand them over. Now you fetch me 1 more. Unfortunately, these wizards are made of magic and they don't drop bones. We're gonna go 100% Falador guard. Go grab 1 more guard bone. A very reasonable thing to be doing. Totally safe. Very cool. Hey, 1 more Falador guard. How would you like to step outside the walls and get hit by the halberd? Whee! I'll leave your friends here. They're not required. Really harkens back to the Falador guard's lifespan. 30 seconds. Average. Anyways. Well, Ignis, how's it going? I have some more bones for you. Excellent. What should I do now for the quest? From the bones you have given me, I shall make bone seeds. These will contain the essence of your army. But you'll need some way to carry these seeds. What do you have in mind? You must go to the crafting guild to ask the advice of the master crafters. There are quite a few of them there, and one of them's sure to help. To the crafting guild. That's why we needed the brown apron. We are totally ready to go to the crafting guild. It's just over here, through this path and field with nothing crazy in it. La 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 la. Crafting guild. Some good stuff in here. Nothing we really worry about. Open the door to the crafting guild. Welcome to the guild of master craftsmen, says the master crafter. Hello, and welcome to the crafting guild. Accomplished crafters from all over the land come here to use our top-notch workshops. Very good. Swan song. Can you tell me anything about transporting bone seeds? Bone seeds? What are bone seeds? A necromancer is going to bind the essence of an undead army into some bone seeds for me, if I can get a container to carry them in. That's horrible. Ask someone else. He's not happy about that. What else we got? Almost Master Crafter? Almost Master Crafter? Wild. Hey there. Yeah? Can you tell me anything about transporting bone seeds? Whoa, dude. That's like some seriously maximum stuff you're talking. But do you know why I should carry them in? Yeah, you just need a pot with a lid. Do you know how to make pot lids? Yes, a woman called Tassie taught me. Tassie Slipcast? She's one groovy lady. Yes, very nice. So if I get a pot with a lid, I'll be able to carry bone seeds safely in it. Yeah, you need to chill out more, dude. Works for me. Wow, it's the thing we already have. You can mostly get away with getting the items during the quest a lot of the time. Just kind of mess with the flow a little bit. It's okay though. I was gonna drop the things we don't need anymore, because we're going to need some space here. Back to Malignus. You can also get the Enchanted Secateurs. Got those in the Tool Leprechaun, that's fine. Spoken to the Master Crafter, and the Almost Master Crafter, about a container for transporting bone seeds. Ah, excellent! Have you gotten such a container? Yes, I have it here. I've raised you an army and bound them into bone seeds for you. Thanks. Don't mention it, it was fun. Now I shall seal the seeds into your pot. Thank you. So, what do I do with them? Take the pot to the colony and open it. Just don't open it before you get there. Suppose I need another one later. Bring me another one of those pots with a lid, and I'll give you more bone seeds. Alright. And magicked. Ha 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 ha. Well, that would be convenient if we were ready to be here. But we are going to be facing the sea trolls once we open this pot. So I'm going to go get more sharks. Oh, that should do nicely. Full inventory. Technically could get more if we dropped the runes or something. That should be good. And we're back. Hello, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Hello, old man. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Have you brought an army? Yes, I've got it here. You got what? The army's in this pot. Have you been drinking? No, really. The wizard told me he'd put bone seeds in this pot. When I opened it, the army would come forth from the bone seeds. Frumscone gave you bone seeds? Oh, I don't much like the sound of this. I certainly won't be sending anyone to Frumscone for help again. Well, it wasn't exactly. You can talk about that later. Now we've got an army we can get on with beating the trolls. Well, I suppose so. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Ooh, this could be very dangerous. Do you feel ready to fight? Aren't you going to be doing the fighting? Yes, of course. But you, my trusty sidekick, are in this adventure with me. If I'm going forth into battle, you should make sure you're ready too. I'm ready. Let's fight. Technically, we'll get one more shark. But I'm ready. Good. May this, my final adventure, end well. Here's hoping. We open the pot, and out comes an army of skeletal magi. Also, there's a torch right here for some reason. And here comes the trolls. They're all the barrel ones. They're just getting absolutely blasted by magic. Oh, they don't stand a chance. Our mages are too powerful. Like the cuts, like the chat box just in the middle of the screen here. These cutscenes always, sometimes almost work. These trolls are getting just absolutely blasted. We've done a little bit of damage to a few of the skeletons, but nowhere near enough. The trolls are dead! And the skeletons are gone too. They weren't very tough. Well, there's a bit of rumble in here. Oh dear. Well, this big guy. Leave this to me. Wise old man versus big troll. Casting magic. Swinging around with maximum agility. Give him a good old poke. A kick. Another super speedy dodge. Magic. Poking. Trolls had enough. Running for his life and gets disintegrated. A very good show. Very good show. Aha, that was fun. How did you do that? Very impressive. Talent, my dear. Magic blast. Ah, I can't move. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. You must fight this for me. Oh boy. The Sea Troll Queen. Get right up in their face. Get some protect from magic going. Give me the old Dragon Halberd's special attacks. We got 40% accuracy here. That's not super. There we go. 40% accuracy. It's not great. Keep on top of our health here. Not too bad. The Sea Troll Queen. Mother of all sea trolls. Doesn't really look like a sea troll. More of a octopus kind of thing. With crazy, terrifying mouth. Can hit fairly hard. So, need to be paying attention. But we've got more than enough food on us. Pays to be prepared here. Attacks with melee and magic. Does the whole prayer draining attack if you pray and stand away. So being in melee distance, realistically a good idea. Melee damage though, not great. Pretty accurate too. But not enough to stop us. Down it goes. And now, we got XP for the fight. And now we are in the actual Piscatoris fishing colony. All the people that are supposed to be here have returned after our victory. Let's turn in the quest first, though. Okay. I've defeated the Sea Troll Queen. Your fight was truly magnificent, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Congratulations. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic? How could I ever thank you? You have saved my fishing colony from utter destruction. Well, you mentioned something about a reward. Of course, of course. I think you've earned a little something from me, too. Oh, goody. Thanks, old man. Can I have your hat? The blue party hat. Worth millions. Later, billions. Would be a good reward. Old man. Yes, I am old. That creature nearly killed me. I have never been so close to defeat. Ah, cheer up. We won. But can I have your hat as my reward? Yes, we won. You won. It's definitely time I retired. So that's the end of your adventuring? Also about that hat of yours? Well, I'm sure I'll find some way to keep myself busy. But yes, this has been my last quest. My swan song. It's been nice working with you. It'd be even nicer if you gave me that hat. It's been a pleasure working with you too. Do pop in to see me in Draenor soon. I leave you with my blessing. Oh, he's gone. I hope he enjoys his retirement. He didn't give me his hat. It's only a hat. Anyway, you're going to reward me too? Oh yes, of course. You're hereby welcome to visit the Piscatoris fishing colony at any time and make full use of our fishing spots. Why is it better to fish here than Catherby or the Fishing Guild? I'm glad you asked that. You see, this is the only known place where you can catch monkfish. Okay, so I can catch monkfish. Thanks. Yes, there's good eating on a monkfish. They heal more health than swordfish and lobsters most adventurers carry around, but they're easier to catch than sharks. I suppose that could be useful. Indeed. I'm sure Arnold will help you send your monkfish to your bank account. Also, seaweed accumulates in the nets down by the shore, which you might find useful. Franklin says it's much quicker than trying to gather it on Entrana. Maybe if I ever want to do some glass blowing again. Finally, I'd like to give you a little token of my thanks. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Quest complete. 2 quest points. 15,000 magic XP and 10,000 prayer XP from the Wise Old Man's Blessing. 10,000 fishing XP and 25,000 coins from Herman. Access to the Piscatoris fishing colony. And later, the ability to transmute raw bass into raw monkfish. A system we're totally going to use. Anyways, 25,000 coins here. Delightful. And that is enough to push us over 6 million coins. Yeah. Now we've got all the fishing spots here. They're net harpoon, so it is monkfish, then tuna swordfish. So no sharks here. We got the nets with the seaweed in it. Look at that. Only a few. You have to wait for them to spawn. Technically slightly better. Maybe also with world hopping and just waiting around. Maybe you're also just catching monkfish you can do at the same time. They are quicker to catch than sharks, but they're also a bit worse. And also it's kind of a pain to get over here, so probably not. We've also got Arnold here. He is a bank and a store. If we trade him, we can see his stuff here. We got some weird things. The fishing stuff for the fishing here. Glass blowing pipe to use with the seaweed. Bit of bread. Milk. There's a bit of food happening. Crafting stuff. All kinds of weird things. Nothing super crazy. And we can sell stuff to him, which does have some potential benefits. This is a location that some Ultra Diamond and old school RuneScape use, because he's a bank and a store. You can unnote your stuff with him, do whatever you need to do with it, and then sell it to the store, instead of just having to drop everything. Some things that's more worthwhile than others. Like, say if you have a pile of noted logs, you can unnote them, fletch them into unstrung longbows, sell them to the store, instead of just dropping everything on the floor or having to run between a bank and a store. Can be pretty cool. We've also got more people back. They're in town now. Everything's fine. We also have skeletal mages in the bunkhouses. Because whatever reason, they decided to keep the army. Doesn't mean that nobody else has anywhere to sleep that isn't covered in skeletons, but that's probably fine. You can also make more iron sheets, sell them for 20 GP. Also, not really worth doing. Definitely a whole thing. Oh yeah. Now, I've got some plans that may or may not work. Depends on drop rates. We will see. With any luck, we should be able to make some good use of the cat. Next time. Goodbye.